300 is a 2006 film directed by Zack Snyder and based on the graphic novel of the same name by Frank Miller. The film is an epic retelling of the Battle of Thermopylae, which took place in 480 BC, in which a small group of Spartan soldiers faced off against the massive Persian army. The film opens with a voiceover by Dilios voiced by David Wenham, a Spartan soldier who is narrating the story. He describes how the Spartans, who are renowned for their fighting skills and bravery, are under attack from the Persian Empire, which is led by King Xerxes, performed by Rodrigo Santoro. The Spartans, led by King Leonidas, performed by Gerard Butler, refuse to surrender and instead decide to face the Persians head-on. Leonidas assembles a small army of 300 of his best soldiers, who are all trained in the art of combat and are willing to die for their homeland. The Spartans make their way to a narrow pass called the Hot Gates, where they will face the Persian army. The Persians, who vastly outnumber the Spartans, are made up of soldiers from all over the empire, including immortals, a group of elite fighters who are nearly invincible. The Spartans quickly set up their defenses and prepare for the inevitable attack. The Persians, led by Xerxes, send wave after wave of soldiers at the Spartans, but the Spartans hold their ground and fight with incredible skill and bravery. One of the key elements that make 300 such an engaging film is its unique visual style. Snyder employed a technique that he called digital backlit, which involved shooting most of the film on a green screen stage and then digitally adding in the backgrounds and other elements in post-production. The result is a visually stunning film that feels like a graphic novel coming to life. The color palette is dominated by dark reds and blacks, and the film is filled with slow-motion shots that allow the audience to fully appreciate the choreography of the fight scenes. The film also benefits from strong performances by the cast, particularly Butler as Leonidas. Butler exudes an intense, commanding presence that makes him perfectly suited for the role of the Spartan king. He is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield, but he also shows a softer side in his scenes with his wife, Queen Gorgo, performed by Lena Headey. Headey is also excellent as Gorgo, who serves as the film's voice of reason. She is the one who tries to negotiate with the corrupt Spartan politicians who are preventing the army from being properly reinforced. Gorgo is a strong, intelligent character who provides a nice counterbalance to the testosterone-fueled world of the Spartan soldiers. The film's action scenes are undoubtedly its highlight, and Snyder delivers in spades. The fight choreography is top-notch, and the slow-motion shots allow the audience to fully appreciate the skill and precision of the Spartan soldiers. The film also features some impressive CGI work, particularly in the scenes featuring the monstrous Persian war elephants. One of the criticisms that have been leveled against 300 is that it is historically inaccurate. While it is true that the film takes many liberties with the actual events of the Battle of Thermopylae, it is important to remember that it is a work of fiction. The film is based on a graphic novel, which is itself an interpretation of history. As such, it should be judged on its own merits as a piece of entertainment rather than on its adherence to historical facts. Another criticism of the film is that it is excessively violent and fetishizes war. While it is true that the film is quite violent, it is not gratuitous. The violence is necessary to convey the brutality of war and the sacrifices that the Spartan soldiers made to defend their homeland. The film also does not glorify war, but instead shows it as a tragic and brutal affair. The Spartans are not portrayed as bloodthirsty savages, but as highly disciplined and skilled warriors who fight for a noble cause. The film also has a clear message about freedom and the importance of standing up to tyranny. The Spartans refuse to submit to the Persians and are willing to die for their freedom. This theme is particularly resonant in today's world, where authoritarianism and oppression are still major issues. Despite the film's strengths, it is not without its flaws. The characters, apart from Leonidas and Gorgo, are not well developed and are mostly interchangeable. The film also lacks nuance, with the Persians portrayed as one-dimensional villains. This lack of complexity may be a result of the film's graphic novel roots, but it does detract from the overall experience. In conclusion, 300 is a visually stunning and action-packed film that tells an engaging story about bravery, sacrifice, and freedom. It benefits from strong performances by the cast, particularly Gerard Butler and Lena Headey, and some of the best fight choreography in recent memory. While the film takes liberties with history and lacks nuance, it is a powerful and entertaining work of fiction that is well worth watching.